Welcome everyone, Maté Talk time. Woo! Actually, it feels, I need to come clean. Sorry, I was a bit excitable, wasn't it? I didn't post this weekend. I am sorry. Life at the moment is incredibly busy, which I am grateful for. I'm so appreciative that we are so busy with work and everything else, but to the point where just not time. I actually filmed, like I mentioned in the last Maté Talk, I just finished filming a winter lineup. Have another video that we've also got lined up for another episode, and just couldn't do it. I was just, my eye was twitching. I woke up one morning and I just thought, oh my gosh, I thought my eye was gonna pop on me. It was just pure exhaustion. I'd been doing a lot of work. Now, I received this message from Mark. So Mark, I thank you for your message, but the way that I read it, Mark was really gracious. He says, look, I look forward to seeing your content. This was on the Sunday. By now, I should have already posted with another video in the tail, coming out soon. So when I read this message from Mark, I took it as, yo man, where's the videos? where you at? And I'm like, I wrote back, I said, I'm sorry, it's been so busy. It's just been nuts, yeah, it's just been crazy. Anyway, this weekend, I promise, this weekend I will be posting. There are the two videos that I said that are just, they're 90% done. I always like to check them. I always make last minute corrections, and just, you know, whenever a video goes out, I've already watched it like 8-9 times without a problem. And I'm always trying to trim it, change, add things to it. So that's what's happening. So Mark, I know you weren't keeping me honest, but I felt the heat. And so I do appreciate that you're looking out for the content this weekend, I promise. Now, how did everybody go with Black Friday sales? Were you like me, where at the start, hold on, I got an itchy eye, goodness me. It's the eye, this is what I was saying. My eye is like, it's playing up on me. In future videos, I'll have an eye patch, and you're like, oh, what happened to this guy? He's a pirate. So how did you guys go with Black Friday sales? At first, if you're like me, just super strong. Like, you know, I was on a cliff, the wind, the sea, everything was beating against me, and I was like a lighthouse, strong and firm. Nothing was going to deter my determination of not spending any more money. Then 27 emails in, and it was a weekend for crying out loud, but in this weekend, I don't know how many emails I got about Black Friday, this, that, the other, and in the end, I did partake. I bought something, let me just say. So anyway, so yeah, Black Friday, cheers to everybody who pushed that so hard when it comes to all the retailers, the perfumers, the houses. You guys did an awesome job, and on that, I'm gonna have some mate. As you can see behind me, the poster has now been framed, which is pretty exciting. As I mentioned last week, this is in relation to International Maté Talk 2022. It will become an inaugural event, so I've had some new subscribers ask me about this. So in the first week, I think it was first week of December, in the first week of October, we will have International Maté Talk, where we'll set a time, or I'll set a time, and then open it up to the whole world to join. Last time around, if you notice on the poster, there are 3 bottles and a mate. The 3 bottles were the 3 brands that were involved. So George Saharoff jumped on in Chicago. From Paris, Monte Carlo, Carlos, who was in Barcelona, also jumped on. And then Daniel from Fragrance Du Bois, he also jumped on, and he was in London. So this was an awesome world event that we encountered. And then I had Kevin. Kevin was here. He actually was live with me. He came in later that morning. So I'm going to do that again. Now the poster, the final cost is 395 Aussie dollars. It will go on the website very soon. I'm just getting the final parts done. These are a bit of the photography of what we've done so far. They will all be numbered 1 to 10. What you see behind me is the artist proof. That's number 11. So I've actually marked it 11 of 10. But 1 to 10 is what's being retailed or being sold. Number 1's already sold, by the way. So I won't say who, but anyway, so one of the subscribers jumped in very quickly and wanted to grab number 1. So if you want a particular number, and look, right now I'm looking at all the tubes. So I've got 10 tubes, 9 left, 9 tubes already set to go. And actually that $3.95 includes postage anywhere in the world. All right, so I'm actually going to cover the cost of postage. $3.95 is that's the final pricing. That's it. Now, next thing. Last week, for those who are members, if you're not a member, I encourage you to join. The reason for that is that every month I'm going to do a lucky draw, and one member is going to win some samples. Now, last week I had, I'm going to do this again. My wife was like, dude, it's easy. It's Guilherme. I mean, you should know this. You're Latino. But anyway, so Guilherme from Brazil, he actually won the raffle, I guess, or it was a spinning wheel. And he mentioned to me, he sent me a message, and he mentioned that he loves woody ambers. Now, Guilherme, I've got them here. I haven't sent them because I wanted to talk about them, and that way I can share this with everybody, and that way those who are not familiar with these fragrances, I'd encourage you to go check these out. But I'm sending you these particular samples. Number 1, the house is called Luban. It flies really low under the radar. French house, exceptional product. The history on this is Pierre-François Luban, back in 1792. He was actually the apprentice perfumer for the royal court, or the French royal court, including he would actually do fragrances for Marie Antoinette. Years went by, the house got lost in the sense that, you know, the brand falls out of favor. And recently, a gentleman by the name of Gilles, I forgot his surname, but I'll put it here. Gilles resuscitated this brand. He actually found all the original formulas, recipes that were actually being created back in the 1700s. One of them is called Black Jade, by the way. Black Jade was the perfume that was being created for Marie Antoinette. They've done some modifications, so a few tweaks, so that it becomes more of a modern fragrance, so someone can enjoy it now. Taste change, as you know. Right now, vanilla is the thing, but give it 10 years and people will be like, my gosh, why so many vanillas and everything? Now, this one here, Guilherme, I'm sending this to you. This is called Sinbad. You mentioned that you like woody ambers, you like those gourmand sort of notes, you like the more ambery oriental. This is called Sinbad. Forget about it. Wait till you smell this, my friend. Opening, now what I love about this, in the opening, it has a fruity tangerine with some other sort of citruses, but it's a tangerine, and then in the heart, the orange blossom. Now those two play with the cinnamon, and then in the bases, ambers and things of that nature. This, I was wearing it the other day. My daughter came over, she hugged me. We're very huggable kind of people. She hugged me and instantly she nestled in deeper and she says, "You smell so huggable today." And I quickly said, what do you mean by that? What do I smell like? She mentioned that I smelled like a chai. I took that as a compliment because I love chai. But the idea is that it was spicy, it was warm, it was ambery, but her comment, which was, "I smell huggable," and I loved it. That was Sinbad. So Guilherme, and he also mentioned he likes fragrances that make you want to go, baby, what's your name? That video is coming out too. Actually, I filmed, I won't say with who, but we did some more filming on that. This is an baby, what's your name kind of fragrance. Heads up on that one. So that's coming your way, my friend. And the other one is, I have to include a Xerjoff. Come on. I love Xerjoffs. This one here, you are going to love. For those who haven't had a chance, now this falls more into like a veteran category. So this is the new release of Alexandria Oriental. Now I always mention that Alexandria 2 makes me feel connected to the universe. I wear this Alexandria Oriental and it is, I don't know, the other day when I was wearing it, as I moved around, I was sort of conscious of it. I would say to myself, oh, I feel happy, I feel happy. And it came to a part where I'm like, why am I saying that? What do I, you know, as I'm moving, what do I say I feel happy? I could smell this, and when I sort of stopped and registered, I was smelling Alexandria Oriental. As I moved, the fragrance would emerge, and the scent is divine. It does it a little bit different to Alexandria 2. Alexandria 2 has the apple in that opening note, but it also has some other notes. Here, it's just the apple. So apple, green apple is a top note that comes through. And then in the base, they're also using a tobacco leaf. I think the oud's a little bit different too, because it's not as oudy as Alexandria 2 I found. Anyway, my friend, Guilherme, 2 samples, definitely with the baby kind of feel about them. So they're being mailed to you today. I'm mailing them today. You should be getting them in the next, well, right now with Christmas and everything else, but you'll get them soon. As soon as I get the tracking number, I'll send that to you via DM. Now, if you're not a member, join. Every month I will choose a lucky winner, and you tell me what fragrances you like. My intent is to send you stuff that you maybe not as familiar with, like Luban, for instance, and then send you something that I know is gonna be a winner. It's just gonna knock it out of the park. Excuse me for a second. I don't even know if I said welcome to Mate Talk. I just got straight into it. I sat down and I went. All right, let me move on. The next thing that I want to talk about is the Terrance Hughes fragrances, and I want to thank everybody for your recommendations. I also want to say, Australia, any distributors that are out there, and I know a few people, I won't name names, we need to get on this. I don't know why Australia does not have any Terrance Hughes fragrances. These are beautiful. These are fantastic. I was gonna say freaking awesome. No, but these are fantastic. These are just really, really impressive fragrances. Now the 5 that I was encouraged to test, and this was all voted by you guys, by the way, these ones here, I've tested each one of them. Now the only thing is this, the samples didn't come with a lot of fragrance inside. This sample set does not belong to me, Max, and I salute you, Max, for your awesomeness. Thank you for letting me borrow them. And I didn't want to, I didn't want to be that guy who says, thanks, mate, that was awesome, I appreciate you, and then nothing's in there, everything's empty. It's like, that's a bit dodgy. So I have been spraying, but I haven't been spraying them fully like I normally would when it's mine, you see. So, but I have been testing, I have been smelling, I really, really enjoy them. I find that so those who, I think the only people who are new to Terrance Hughes fragrances are the Australians. Everybody else, they're like, you guys have been on this for months already, years. What I found that, similar to like Creed has a particular DNA, and they're very aromatic, very bright, very masculine, almost with the male leaning fragrances. And I found that Aaron has also a DNA. Vanilla seems to be the theme that runs through all his fragrances. All 5 that I tested, except Tobacco. Tobacco was a little bit more honey-like, but all the others have a very clear vanilla. As soon as you spray, I'm like, whoa, vanilla. And then some of them are a bit more dusty. They're all very aromatic, I found. I found that no matter, currently I'm wearing today, I did spray a little bit more Max today. I am wearing Om. Om is awesome. So if I were to buy them, so let me categorize them. So I'm bouncing around like a crazy man. If I were to buy, where would I put my money and what order would these be? I would first start with, hang on, I better write it down, Om. So I'm wearing Om today, as I mentioned. I really like Om a lot. I find that it's quite complex. I do like the iris that's in there. As soon as I sprayed it, I already smelled that sort of powdery, that iris vibe that exists. I also love the vanilla in this, but I could smell that wood component, that masculine cedar wood element to it. I feel like there's also like a musk, to the point I was also thinking there might be ambergris in here, but it wasn't listed as one of the notes, but it does have a very masculine, salty air. Anyway, just muskiness component to it. I love it. Really, really impressive. Awesome masculine male leaning fragrance. Really, really enjoyable. The next one is Daddy. I thought that was also fantastic. I liked the dry down. Also, it leaned a little bit musky too on me. I enjoyed it. That one there was a little bit more in Daddy, so I sprayed that one a little bit more liberally, and I found that I got awesome longevity out of 8+ hours. I was comfortably smelling Daddy. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean. The next one that I liked, that I thought was complex, was Maverick. Onyx, The opening spray was very clear rose. It was a rose that I wasn't really enjoying, to be honest. Then the next thing that my wife said, she's like, oh, I don't like that fragrance. And she walked outside. It had awesome sillage and projection on it. I also thought at the time, oh, this is not really for me, this onyx. Anyway, day went on. I was probably now 3 or 4 hours deep. And as I was moving around, I'm like, man, something smells good. I don't know what that is. And I'm sort of looking around. I don't know why I didn't think it was on me. I'm like, is that onyx? Because it smelled so different from the opening to what I was actually smelling. And it's one of those fragrances where to my nose, onyx, as I put it to my nose, it's not pleasant, but the sillage of it is awesome. So onyx is another one that is super complex, really impressive. Not in my top 3, so it would be my number 4. And then in the 5th position was Tabac. I found that Tabac was very honey leaning. Had it been called, I don't know, I'm not gonna, Aaron is a freaking boss. He's a champion, he knows what he's doing. He calls these things what he wants to call, but for me and to my nose, I found that it was very honey, beehive, which I love. I love all those things. It's just, it wasn't a tobacco fragrance for me. All right, so please, no one get upset. Aaron, he's the boss, we get that. Tabac was, it was good fragrance, but it would be my 5th pick. There it is. All right, gang, thank you so much. Actually, I was going really fast and thinking this was gonna take forever, and I didn't want to sort of drag my heels. I feel like I've covered everything. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, yes. I'll see you guys, I promise, this weekend. 2 videos are going out. We've filmed some more. Baby, what's your name? With a special guest. I won't tell you who that is just yet because you'll see who it is. He's awesome, let's just say that. He is an awesome man. Other than that, have an awesome week, everyone. I look forward to your comments, and we'll see you all on the next Maté Talk.